Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Me First Mornings. I am your host and energy alchemist, Patricia Romero Wolfson, and I'm here to motivate and inspire you to create a daily routine that helps you calibrate and elevate your energy, connect with your inner guidance, and navigate challenges with ease and grace. Gosh, couldn't we all use that a little bit more? Let me tell you, I talk about these things because I practice these things and I really like to practice them together. So welcome to Me First Mornings. All right, well, today's episode is all about changing your frequency. If you change your frequency, you literally change everything. We are vibrational beings. We vibrate at a certain frequency, and that frequency gives us access to everything else on that frequency. Anything else that's amplified in the same way we have access to whatever's on our frequency. Sometimes I describe it as like an elevator. This has been one of the analogies I've used before. It's like an elevator, right? Where you get into the elevator and you get in, and then you press the button on the floor that you want to be on and you open up, and then you have access to everything on that floor. So you press floor, fourth floor. You walk out and you see everything there on the fourth floor that's available to you on that fourth floor. And so I imagine that fourth floor, fifth floor, sixth floor, that elevator elevates your frequency. And just like in a mall where like the first floor, is not worse or better than the top floor. It's just access to different things on different levels. And so that's really important because I always want to remind you that you should have no guilt or shame or feel like you are less than or better than, no matter where your frequency is. Where your frequency is, the frequency that you have access to is going to change the things that you experience. It's going to activate different things in that frequency, right? Just like I said with the elevator, you get onto the elevator, you get off at the elevator, and it's like, oh, this store's here, this store's here. These are the things that are available at this frequency, right? But then maybe you want to change your frequency. Maybe this floor doesn't appeal to you anymore. So then you make adjustments accordingly, and then you move up or down in that frequency. And so I really want to explain it to you in that way because I want you to understand, number one, that your frequency is not reflective of whether or not you're a good person, a bad person. If you're high vibration, you get more things or you manifest like better things. There is some truth to what you have access to depending on your frequency and the things that you're exposed to, but that's not a better or worse or a good or bad thing. Nothing is binary like that. I mean, we're in 2022. There is no binary things anymore. There are nuances. There are different changes and reflections and so many things can be accessed regardless of how you feel, regardless of your life experience, regardless of everything. But it is all an influence. And that's why I want to talk about frequency today. Good morning, Sarah. Hi, thank you for being here. That's why I do like to talk about frequency, because I want you to know all the ways in which you can affect the things in your life, all the ways that you can influence and impact the things that you experience in your life and how you experience things in your life. That's important because when you change, when you're able to shift your frequency, change your frequency, you are going to change the things that you experience and that you see, because like I said, when you change your frequency, you're adjusting that elevator, you're adjusting that vibration, and you're exposing yourself to whatever is on that frequency. So for example, if you're in your own life right now and you're like, things are not going my way, everything seems to be falling apart, and you just feel like you're hitting your head up against the wall over and over again. Well, you are not happy in your frequency. Things are not working for you in your frequency. Now, sometimes there's things that we can't control, right? There's external factors, there's illness, there's weather, there's all sorts of things that are outside of our control. But there are plenty of things within our control that I encourage you to use these tools, I encourage you to tune the parts of your frequency that you can change, right? And how can you do that? It's all about mood. It's all about feelings. It's all about reactions. And it's about managing your energy, which is what I do and why I like to talk about it so much. So the first thing we're going to do today, and we're going to talk more about frequency and the 7 ways that you can influence your frequency, the 7 channels that I like to use where you can adjust that channel, you can adjust that vibration, and with each channel that you adjust, it's going to affect your life in a different way, but it's also going to affect everything. Because if you affect the frequency on one level, you're going to just have different access to different things. And it doesn't just change the frequency here, it changes in other places. So going back to that mall and elevator analogy, when you really shift your frequency and when you're able to sort of adjust all the channels, you even get to change malls, right? It's like a whole new experience. You're like, oh, now I can go to another mall. I have access to this whole other mall with different floors and different levels, with different stores, different things that you have access to. So the goal is to get you on the frequency that you feel most comfortable in, maybe even that pushes you past your comfort zone if you want to level up. But you get to decide, am I shopping on this level, or am I going to exist on this level, or am I done with this level? Am I ready to go to the next level, see what's next? Am I ready to shift and change? Or something happens and automatically things shift and change. Your frequency will get affected by external things, right? You get a diagnosis, you get some bad news, you experience something that really hurts you, right? All of those things are going to affect your frequency, but it's not permanent. It is temporary. And that's where you can adjust those channels. That's where you can manage your vibration and your frequency, thereby changing the experiences. So sometimes even if you experience the exact same thing, if you are able to manage your frequency or manage how you react to these things, you're also going to change the results of what you experience. You're going to change the experience itself, and it will not repeat in the same way because you will have changed the fundamental, energetic vibration, which will give you different results. Okay, good morning, Carrie Ann. Hi, so nice to see you here. All right, so let's do our little morning ritual, our little practice, our Me First morning practice, and then we're going to jump right in and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the 7 channels of frequency. And it's just an introduction today because I am going to be talking about this for the next probably week. Today will be an introduction, which is an introduction into the Me First formula. So if you're interested in continuing to hear more about the Me First formula and doing these Me First practices with me each day, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube at Me First Mornings. And if you want some support, if there's things I'm talking about that maybe you don't understand because I'm not explaining them fully right now, I do have a quick reference guide that will help you understand some of the topics that I talk about, some of the tools that I use, and it's most definitely useful for you as you are learning to adjust and tune your frequency. So go ahead and download, go to bit.ly. It's in the description of this video. You can go to bit.ly/Me First Mornings and you get the Me First guide, which is how to calibrate your energy. It includes the Me First Mornings ritual. It includes the quick GPS activity, your daily ABCs, the explanation of what that is, and a simple guide to managing stress. And who can't use that? So please go ahead and download that for yourself, and that's free. Okay, so let's do our morning practice. We're going to light the candle. Here we go. Little essential oils. Okay. Ooh, these are running out. I said that yesterday, but then I leave the room and I forget. Hello, ADHD. I do love that smell. All right. I even showered for you guys this morning and even put on a little makeup. I was feeling fresh today. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to grab my crystal spheres to help me amplify this breathing exercise, and we are going to breathe together. Hold on. Yeah, that was good. That was my coffee. All right. So have your feet well planted on the ground. I want you to feel the earth's support. And I want you to open up the top of your head and allow the liquid sunshine to just pour through, filling your body, permeating every single cell, and just helping to dissolve and dissipate any stuck, stagnant, or dense energy in your body that you are ready to release. And as we exhale, we are going to let go of all those things, all the thoughts, all the energy, all the limiting beliefs, anything that doesn't serve us, we're letting go of today to get our day started in a beautiful, grounded, and connected way. Okay, here we go. Deep breath in. We're going to go in for 5, hold for 5, and then release for 10. Here we go. And hold. And release. Thought I was done with that cough. Still not. All right. Another deep breath in. We're going to do it 2 more times. Breathe in for 5, hold for 5, and then release for 10. Hold. And release for 10. Okay, one last time. Let's make it count. And we are just setting the intention that that beautiful liquid sunshine that's filling our body with healing light is going to dissolve and dissipate all of the energy we don't need. And we are going to exhale and allow the universe to transmute anything that doesn't serve us into the highest and greatest good for all. Here we go. And hold for 5. And release for 10. All right, it's better. Okay, now let's stretch, okay? Now these exercises, we do this quick little thing together, lasts like 5 minutes maybe, but when you do this on your own, or if you do this outside of your time with me, you can make these separate little sections last as long as you want. Your breathing exercise, instead of 3 breaths, can be 10. It can be a whole, somatic breathing experience. Whatever it is that you want, whatever level you're at, whatever feels good and resonant to you, that's what you do. Okay, and same with the stretching. We do a little stretching here, and I just like to release the tension in the body, releasing any stuck or stagnant energy in those parts of the body that feel discomfort or tension or even pain. We want to try to release as much as we can. And you can do this and turn it into a full-on yoga practice if that is what you would like to do, if that's what you have time for, if that's what you need. Some days you're like, oh man, I really need to stretch it out. Do it for as long as you need to. It is up to you. This is Me First Mornings because it is a practice that I'm helping you build for yourself. So it has to be something that resonates with you. It has to be something that feels good to you. And if any part of this practice doesn't resonate or feel good to you, then you don't do it. Do something else in its place, or just don't do it at all. Just don't bother, okay? Because this is for you. And if it doesn't feel like it's for you, then it's not for you. All right. So now we shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Now I do suggest some type of movement in the morning, some type of breathing, some type of movement, right? Shaking it off sort of gets things started, right? And of course, setting an intention, and that's our next step. So I want you to think about your GPS word, however you want to feel today, whatever you want to embody and capture for your day. Maybe it's productive, maybe it's ambitious, maybe it's connected. Maybe you want to feel like you are in control of your life, because I can certainly relate to being, having things happen in your life. And especially we're approaching the Christmas season or the holiday season. You feel that hustle and bustle. We got Hanukkah, we got Christmas, we got Kwanzaa, we got all these things coming up, things we need to prepare for, clean the house, shop, prepare for guests. And that can be really overwhelming. And if you add any other things that you may be going through personally, any challenges that you might be going through, then it really just ups things up to that maximum notch and makes things even harder to handle and harder to deal with. So I encourage you to incorporate this Me First practice to help you handle those things and also to set those boundaries. Whatever that GPS word is, if you want things to be more peaceful, then you have to create a holiday that feels peaceful to you. If that means you don't go out and get a tree, you don't go out and get presents, you don't have people over, you make it just quiet amongst yourselves in your home, that is your choice. And I don't want you to feel guilt or shame or question whatever your process is. It's your holiday. It's your life. You get to do whatever you want. Okay, that feels like a whole other topic for another day, but we'll just leave it at that for now. All right, now let's think of our GPS word. I'm going to put out there that I would like to feel peaceful. It's just the word I want. It's just my word. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Okay, so you pick your word, and then we're going to ask our spiritual support team to help us embody our feelings for today and raise the collective vibration. If you have your own spiritual or religious practice that you'd like to, insert into this part or say your own prayer, that's wonderful. You go ahead and do that. If not, you can just allow for this prayer to be, or set the intention that this prayer represents what you would like to say to your spiritual support team as well. That's what I'm here for, to, give you options and suggestions. All right, here we go. Divine Mother, Infinite Father, Creator, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and all beings of 100% pure white light, allow me to be a clear and open channel of your light and love without hesitation or ego. May the highest vibration of infinite consciousness connect with my higher self and release any and all things that no longer serve me. I ask that Saint Germain and his infinitely powerful violet flame burn away the things that no longer serve myself or humanity and hold us back from our divine existence. Help us to embody our intentions for the day and help us raise the collective vibration for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. All right. Beautiful. My GPS word has to be healthy. Yes. Oh, healthy is such a great word. And so what you work on for the rest of the day, or as much as you can remember, is when you're making your choices, when you're making decisions, you think about, is this a healthy choice? Is this the healthiest thing I can do for myself right now? Is this going to bring me closer to health or further from health? Those are the kinds of questions you ask yourself when you are anchoring in your GPS word, like healthy, like abundant, like connected, like whatever it is that you want to feel. It is up to you to embody that word. And so you use that word as an anchor to constantly go back to, is this the healthiest choice I can make? How can I approach this from a healthy perspective? You want to really keep that word at the top of your mind as much as possible. That will keep you focused on your GPS word, and it will help you to continue to create the circumstances and the conditions that will bring you health, right? You want to create those conditions. You want to make it easy for yourself. You want to make it a win. How can I make this healthy? How can I bring health to my life? How can I embody healthiness? Whatever that is to you, and you have to figure that out. Okay, so that's a great way, actually, to, this is a good little segue into changing your frequency and how changing your frequency can change absolutely everything for you. And, excuse me. So the Me First formula, Me First itself is an acronym, right? Me First stands for M, Me for MEFIRST. The Me is for momentum. The E is for energy. The F is for focus and frequency, okay? It's all about frequency, but really the F is about focus. The I is about inner work. The R is about relationships. The S is about showing up, and the T is about trust. That is what Me First represents. Now, of course, I talk about Me First mornings, and it is the literal sense of putting yourself first is the concept. But I introduced the acronyms because it helped me to really pay attention to the channels that exist in my life as opportunities to shift and change my frequency, opportunities to shift and change my vibration. Good morning, Mom. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. We need you here. I miss you, and I want you to come and visit. Okay. Sarah, thank you. You love that acronym. Thank you. I love it too. So here, and this is what I'm going to talk about for the next week or so, for the next 7 days, although Friday's Fun Friday. So this week, tomorrow and Thursday, I will talk about, tomorrow we'll talk more about momentum. Thursday, we'll talk about energy. And then next week, we'll talk about the rest. But for now, I just want you to understand that these channels exist, right? If you think about momentum, right, where momentum is important, right? Especially when we're talking about energy and we're talking about vibration and frequency, right? Because vibration is literally the speed at which something vibrates, right? If it's low and slow or if it's fast, that is affecting the frequency, right? So when we're talking about momentum, we are talking about we're talking about a lot of different things, right? But we are literally talking about the momentum and how it connects with the energy or how it connects with the vibration, how it connects with the frequency, right? And when you're in the flow, like you've heard the word, I'm feeling in the flow, right? What happens when you're in the flow? You feel things moving really well, right? You've got this great momentum. And that's what we want. Ideally, we want to connect with the momentum in the universe, right? We want to sort of latch on to that flow, almost like a river, right? The universe has this sort of frequency, this natural flow of things, and we want to hook onto that natural flow of things. And we know when we're in it because we can feel it. We can feel it when we're in, that place where we lose time. We're in it when we're doing something artistic that really speaks to our soul. It's one of the reasons why I talk about the daily ABCs, right? Specifically, A is an action you're avoiding, B is doing something for your body, and C is doing something creative, because that is the outlet at which you are able to adjust your momentum and connect with your inner guidance and connect with your soulful self, right? That is all about momentum. And then, of course, we have E, which is energy, right? And it's all about energy. And when we talk about energy specifically, we're talking about where is your energy going? Where are you putting your energy? It's close to focus, but it's not exactly the same, because sometimes what happens is that energetically, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our field. We have to release the things that don't serve us. That's really managing your energetic field. And that's what the energy portion is all about. So as you make adjustments, cut out things you don't need, set boundaries, things like that, that's going to affect your energy. And so that channel will be adjusted according to the changes you make. And that's really the idea about all these 7 ways, all these 7 channels. The Me First formula and that approach is systematically addressing each of these channels, where if you sort of focus on it separately. Now, I have a background in music, and so I don't know if you guys know music or know radio or anything like that, but if you've ever seen a soundboard, right, it's this big board, and it has tons of channels, and you can adjust the treble, the bass, the gain. You can adjust each level separately, and that's going to change the sound of that particular instrument. And then how it blends with everything else is going to change the sound of the song. So if you think about each sort of channel and you kind of shift the individual vibration, the individual frequency of the instrument, and then see how that affects the whole, it's the same thing with the Me First formula. We are adjusting each one of these channels, the momentum channel, the energy channel, the focus channel, right? Where's your focus? Are you focusing on how everything is working out for you? Or is your focus on how everything always falls apart, right? That's going to make a difference. That's an adjustment that you can make. And when you make the adjustment that your focus is on things working out, things start to change. The universe starts to respond to that frequency. And that's what the goal is. We want to change and adjust each one of those levels so that collectively we can shift our whole level, right? We can change the floor on that elevator, right? We're on floor 4 and it's fine and it's okay. But really, we want to see what's on level 6, because level 6 is like awesome, or you think it might be awesome. And let's check it out and see how it works. So that's how you change it. Momentum, energy, focus, inner work. The inner work is all about us addressing, triggers and blocks and patterns and limiting beliefs and things that really aren't working for us. It's about going deep within, having some introspection, and also doing that work and allowing ourselves to shift our perspective, allowing us to see things from a different angle, a different way, and maybe just trying new things and practicing new things. That's where the inner work comes in. Of course, the next channel is relationships, right? Our relationships, not just to people, but also our relationship to our dreams, our relationship to the things that we spend our time doing. Our relationship to everything makes a huge difference as to what vibration and what frequency we are vibrating at. It makes a huge difference. And so we're going to talk about that too, about how you can shift your frequency in relationships. The next one, of course, is showing up, how you show up for yourself, how you embody your GPS word, how you adjust and shift and manage your frequency is really important. And one of the most important things is just showing up and acknowledging and being aware of what is going on, of how you want to shift and change things, and what you can do to do that, right? And what you have to do, number one, is show up. Show up for yourself, show up for your life, show up for your dreams. And the last acronym, the last channel is trust. And really that trust channel, it will be slowly adjusted as you go through all the other channels, right? Because every channel is about building trust. It's about building trust with yourself. It's about building trust with the universe. It's about building a relationship with your life, with your expectations, a relationship with the universe, and understanding that you are always being divinely guided and supported. And if you don't feel that way, then that's the channel that we can work on and make adjustments in order to be able to fully surrender and fully co-create with the universe and be able to receive whatever comes your way and embrace and accept whatever stage and phase you are in your life right now. All right, so those are the 7 different channels, the 7 ways where you can affect your frequency. And so my goal is for this week to teach you, this week and next week, to teach you all about the different aspects of the Me First formula, to talk about the different channels that you can change and make adjustments with. I think that's a great way for us to, sort of like roll into the end of 2022, is I'm going to give you the information of how to make these adjustments so that you can start to make little changes, to make little shifts in your life so that you can start planting the seeds for a more powerful 2023. All right, so I'm going to pull a card, as I always do, and see what does our spiritual support team have to say about all this, changing your frequency, changing everything, and these sort of channels of change, right? These frequency channels of change. All right, let's go. Oh, I love this. All right, so here's the card that came up. It's number 35, and it's the education card. So this makes sense. The education card is all about learning. It's all about evolving, and it's about studying. It's about, and I think that's perfect for this because I am going to teach you here on Me First Mornings, every day from Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m., you will find me here, and I'm going to teach you about frequency. I'm going to teach you about how to put yourself first, and I'm going to teach you about these 7 channels that you can make tiny adjustments and even small shifts. You will start to see big results. And so stick around. The universe is telling you guys to come stick around and watch the show and learn about each one of these channels and each one of the ways that you can shift shift and change your life with small changes, small perspective shifts, small energetic changes. All of that will add up and give you tremendous results. And that's what we're looking for, right? We're looking to change our lives. We're looking to transform. We're looking to release all the things that don't serve us from 2022. We're done with that. And it's time to step into a stronger, clearer, more courageous and powerful version of you. Because you know why? Because the world needs you. It doesn't need some watered down little gross version. Not gross, but in my head I was thinking juice, right? Like, you know, have juice and you have like that potent juice. It's so delicious, right? And then you put some water in it to like reduce the amount of sugar, you know, do that for kids. Blah. Have you ever had it? It's gross. We want you in your full potency, right? We need your light shining as bright as it comes in full potency to add light and life and impact and love into the world, because you are a divine being of light. You are the channel of the divine. And so you got to clear that channel and make sure that that signal comes through strong and loud and clear in only the way that you can. And I want to help you with that. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube at Me First Mornings and watch me every weekday morning, Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.